How's it going, everybody? Merry Christmas, and a very happy holidays to everyone. I figured since it's Christmas, I'd grace you guys with a surprise Christmas video. Now, for this episode, it's not going to focus on anything Christmas related, but it's a brand new scenario about wishes, which is a part of Christmas? I don't know. Anyways, the Dragon Balls are a huge part of the series, right? Since this series is literally called Dragon Ball. And today, we're going to be focusing on a disability that Shenron would have, where he is not able to revive anybody who has died. When Kami was creating the Dragon Balls, he wanted them to serve as a beacon of hope, to inspire people to go out on great journeys and see the world. He didn't want them to be too overpowered though, and break the natural order of things in this timeline. The Dragon Balls are not going to be used to rewrite death. If someone dies, it's their time. He doesn't want to rewrite on how things are supposed to be, so he creates the Dragon Balls with the limitation of nobody being able to be brought back to life. After this, things would play out as normal in Dragon Ball, until Goku goes to resurrect Bora after his death by mercenary Tao. Goku summons Shenron as normal, and makes his wish, but Shenron isn't able to grant it, and Bora cannot be brought back. Appa is obviously devastated, as his beloved father died for nothing, and now he can't even be brought back. Goku feels terrible too, as he made a promise to Appa, and now he's not going to be able to fulfill it. Goku thinks back to his grandpa Gohan though. He was dead, but he managed to be brought back for a single day. Goku decides to wish for Bora to be brought back for a day, just like his grandpa was. Shenron doesn't count this as a full revival, and since Baba was able to do it, I believe Shenron will be able to bring back Bora for only a single day. Bora's spirit is revived, and he goes to greet his son again. Appa cries into his father's arms, apologizing profusely for not being strong enough to help him. Bora tells Appa not to cry, as it wasn't his fault. He's not going to be able to return for very long, but if Appa wants to continue his legacy, maybe he should go out and train with Goku, to get even stronger himself. Appa promises his father that from now on, he's going to train harder than ever before to make him proud. Bora says to his son that he's already proud, and now they should go out and make this day the best one they've ever had. Goku takes Bora and Appa around the places Bora has always wanted to take his son, and the two, along with Goku, have a great final day together. After the day is over, Bora says goodbye to his son, and he hopes to see him again someday, and that he should continue to live his life. Bora fades from this world, and Appa cries into Goku's arms once more. Goku and Appa return back to Roshi's, where Goku wants Appa to train up and become the strong man that his father wanted him to be. Roshi, of course, would let Appa train under him, as he was told he did somewhat of a good job in Baba's tournament, so he lets Appa become a new member of the Turtle School. Krillin and Yamcha are excited because of this too, and now they have even more partners to train with. Goku is excited to train with everybody else too, but Roshi tells him that there's not much more that Goku can learn under him anymore, and he should go on his own to see the world, and go on his own training path. Goku is pretty sad to be leaving his friends, especially Appa, since he promised Bora he would watch after him. But Roshi says Appa will be in good care under him, and this is only for Goku's benefit. Goku eventually does agree, and goes off on his own, while Appa, Krillin, and Yamcha continue training under Roshi. Yamcha and Appa are brought up through the basics, as Goku and Krillin were, and while it's much easier for Yamcha, it's not easy at all for Appa. But luckily, he doesn't give up, and with help from Yamcha and Krillin, he's able to master all of the Kame-style training, and earns his gi alongside Yamcha. With Appa around, I'd say that this 3-year training period would be a little bit more beneficial for the three. They wouldn't be leagues stronger, as I don't think that they'd be anywhere near Goku, but they wouldn't be extremely outclassed as they would be normally. Appa would be the weakest out of the 3 students, but at this point in the story, Appa would be on par in power with mercenary Tao, which is the person that Appa wanted to become stronger than. And since Appa is a very determined person, he manages to accomplish his goal. On the day of the tournament, the Dragon Team reunite, with Appa being very happy to see Goku again. Goku is impressed with how much Appa has grown, and how much more powerful him and all of his friends are. This is going to be a very interesting tournament. The Dragon Team all make it into the finals, with Appa being accepted into the tournament as well, replacing Panput, which of course means he's going to have to face Goku in the first round. The first 3 matches play out exactly as normal, as even with Yamcha being stronger here, it's not enough for Tien. Goku and Appa begin their match, with Goku excited to see how much his friend has improved during these years. Goku and Appa fight it out, with Appa showing off all of his new techniques and moves he's acquired from Roshi. Goku is very happy, as Appa has gotten to be stronger than even his father. Bora would be really proud of him. Of course, Appa does an amazing job defending against all of Goku's attacks. But eventually, Goku begins to overwhelm Upa in power, and he is knocked out of the ring. Goku tells Upa that he did an amazing job in this tournament, and that after this, he hopes that the two will get to train together, and boost their powers more and more. Upa tells his friend he would like that very much, and he just sits back and watches the rest of the tournament play out. Nothing would really change from here on out in the tournament, as Tien would still be declared the victor, and become a good guy as normal. Now, as the Dragon team go to leave the tournament, Goku realizes he left his Dragon Ball and Power Pole behind, and Krillin volunteers to go and grab it. Upa says that it's no trouble, and he can go and grab it for Goku, as he's pretty exhausted. But Krillin says it's no trouble for him either, and he'll be right back. Krillin goes into the tournament area, where he is met by Tambourine and brutally killed. Goku rushes back into the tournament grounds and finds his best friend lifeless. Goku explodes in rage, taking the Dragon Radar and flying after Tambourine to get his revenge. Unfortunately, even with Upa now here in the story, things are going to play out as normal, with Tambourine going on his killing spree and ending the lives of everybody who participated in the previous world tournaments, and none of them have a shot at being revived. Things continue to play out as normal, with Master Roshi attempting to seal away King Piccolo and failing. With all of Roshi's strength gone and Amafuba failed, Roshi curses himself and falls to the ground, lifeless. King Piccolo then uses the Dragon Balls to wish for his youth, and before he can, Chaozu tries to step in his way, but King Piccolo fires a blast at him, ending his life as well. The only one who managed to get out of this alive was Tien, who was knocked unconscious. Things continue as normal, with Goku eventually returning and killing King Piccolo himself, with Piccolo Jr. being born as usual. Goku goes up to Kami's lookout and asks the god if there's any way that the Dragon Balls can be used to return his friends back to life. Kami tells Goku that people die for a reason, and even though the way his friends died was terrible, that's just a natural order of things. He'll be able to revive Shenron by just putting the mold of the dragon back together, but the dragon will be the only one brought back. Everybody else isn't going to be returning. Hearing this news crushes Goku, his master, his best friend, gone, never coming back to him. He's very angry, more angry than he's ever felt in his life, and he screams up into the sky, unleashing all of his power. Kami and Mr. Popo are shocked at what they're seeing. The pain and agony that Goku is feeling shows itself off. Goku's hair momentarily raises up and turns gold, for only an instant as it quickly reverts back to black, and Goku collapses to the ground, exhausted. Kami and Piccolo have no idea what the hell just happened, and are very confused, but don't have any answers. Once Goku awakens again, he has no idea what happened either. All he remembers is just feeling such a rage, and then collapsing out of exhaustion. Goku asks Kami if before he stays up here to train, if he can tell his friends the news of everything. Kami of course grants Goku his wish, and Goku returns to Kame House to tell everybody that unfortunately, nobody's going to be coming back, no matter how hard he tried. And that for now, he's going to be up training with God for the next martial arts tournament. Of course, the Dragon team is devastated that all of those killed won't be brought back. Roshi, Krillin, Chaozu, everybody at the King's Castle, the whole city of people, the tournament participants, all gone forever. Well, at least Goku managed to avenge all of them and bring Piccolo down. Goku says that he's going to be going off now, and he hopes that everybody trains themselves up hard too, and that something like this isn't going to happen again. Goku departs back to train with Kami, and Yamcha, Tien, and Upa train together as well, trying to get even stronger than King Piccolo. That way they can defend themselves against a threat like him again. Goku's training would go very similar, but also different. Goku just wants to defend his friends, and now that he knows there's literally no way to bring back the dead, he trains himself even harder than before, to make sure that something like the King Piccolo situation won't ever happen again. 3 more years pass, and the group meet up for the next world tournament. Everybody is shocked to see how much Goku has grown, and Goku is shocked to see how much Upa has grown. The group all rekindle and get right back into the tournament. The tournament this time would be a little different. Upa once again meets his father's killer, Mercenary Tao, somebody he thought Goku killed a long time ago. Upa is infuriated at seeing this murderer, and it takes the rest of the Dragon team to hold Upa back from attacking him. Unfortunately for Upa, he's not going to get the chance to go up against Tao, as the lottery doesn't go in his favor that way. Instead, Upa replaces Krillin in this scenario, fighting off against Piccolo Jr. instead. But don't worry, Tien totally whooped Mercenary Tao's ass, which Upa thought was extremely satisfying. When Upa goes up against Piccolo, he is a little bit stronger than what Krillin would be in canon, as his determination and strive to get better is much more than what Krillin's ever was. So Upa would fare much better than Krillin against Piccolo. But he's still not quite on the Demon King's level, and loses the match. The rest of the tournament plays out exactly as normal, with Goku becoming the winner of the tournament and defeating Piccolo. Piccolo's life is still spared, as Goku doesn't want to kill Kami, and he goes off with Chi-Chi to go and get married. From here on, Upa returns to Kame House to look after and take care of it, as there really isn't anybody around who's willing to take care of the house except for Turtle, so it would be a sign of respect for his fallen master if he took over the house for him. Of course, Upa wouldn't be there by himself, as he would invite his friends over all the time, and train with them whenever he felt like it. And one day, 5 years since the defeat of King Piccolo, Upa invites all of his friends back to the island for a reunion. Bulma and Goku are the only ones who are able to make it though, as Yamcha and Bulma are going through a little rough patch at the moment, and Tien is just off doing his own training. The two are shocked though to see that Goku managed to have a kid in this time, his son, Gohan. The three begin to catch up until Raditz, Goku's long-lost brother, arrives, announces that Goku is an alien, and tells him about how he wants to take him to space where they can rule over countless planets together. Of course, without Roshi around to tell Goku that he was indeed found in a pod by his grandpa, Goku doesn't believe Raditz at all, and just goes to attack him. Of course, Raditz easily knocks down Goku as usual, and kidnaps Gohan. Goku is defeated, and Piccolo comes in as normal to help Goku get his revenge. Before the group fly off though, Upa tells the two that he's going to come along with them. If there's a threat, and he has the power to help, he's not just going to sit back and watch it happen. Last time he stayed behind, Roshi and many others were killed. He's going to go along and make sure that nobody else has to die. So, Goku, Piccolo, and Upa go off to fight against Raditz. Upa is very powerful at this point in the story, with him being only a little below Goku in terms of power. So, the three warriors work together is a lot better than the two in canon. Of course, all three of them still aren't doing so hot against Raditz, but with Upa around to help out more, Piccolo doesn't lose an arm this time. While Piccolo is charging his special beam cannon, Goku and Upa work together to try and take Raditz down. And while they're still getting beaten down to a pulp, Raditz is worn down a lot more than usual. With him not being able to entirely avoid Piccolo's first special beam cannon, Raditz still isn't done even though he's greatly injured, and knocks away Upa, with him focusing more on Goku, crushing his ribcage. Gohan isn't having this anymore though, and bursts out of the pod, attacking the Saiyan. And since Raditz is more damaged than usual, this attack from Gohan is fatal enough to keep him on the ground for a lot longer than usual, not being able to stand up right away. With his opponent down for the count, Upa rushes in with a full power Kamehameha and launches it right at Raditz, which the Saiyan can't avoid, and is hit by the full force of. Even with this blast, Raditz is still clinging on to life, with him being able to blurt out that two of his Saiyan comrades are on their way here to avenge his death, and he can't wait to see these guys in hell. Piccolo is tired of hearing Raditz talk, and lands the finishing blow, finally ending Raditz's life. The day is saved, and now we have a major change. Goku is still alive. Upa helps up his friend, and the three talk about what they're going to do now. Piccolo says as much as he hates having to suggest this, it's probably best if the three begin to train together, as even with all them fighting, they've barely defeated Raditz. And if these two Saiyans are even stronger than him, they have no chance at this moment. Kami contacts the group telepathically, and says the best bet that they all have is coming up to the lookout, where they can train to defeat the incoming Saiyans. With this, we're going to be leaving this scenario right here. That's right, there is a way for Dragon Ball not to have a dark ending right away, even when the Dragon Balls can't revive anyone. Luckily, since Upa became a Z fighter, Goku's life was spared from Raditz, and now he's alive, which gives our heroes a chance against the Saiyans. I hope you guys enjoyed this Christmas special, and I hope you guys have a very happy holidays. Before I go, huge shout out to Professor X over on Patreon. It means a lot to me they're able to support me over there, as your support really does keep this channel going. If you guys want to be at the end of the video like Professor X, then make sure you go and check out my Patreon page, where you can get a bunch of special perks for pledging. With all that out of the way, have a very happy holidays everyone, and until we meet again. See you later!